people talk about certain dog breeds, they tend to bite off more than they can chew. In recent years, there have been hundreds of articles published on the premise that pit bulls are more hostile and aggressive compared to other dog breeds because of televised instances of pit bulls attacking civilians or the uncovering of vicious dogfighting rings. Taking this into account, many parents, children, and legislators seem to subscribe to the assumed truth that pit bulls are more aggressive than other dog breeds. However, most do not know the full scope of this accusation and do not understand the breed's background. What people do not realize is that pit bulls can be extremely loving and have a history of being sweet creatures unless provoked. False statistics and articles have put a bad spin on the dog breed. Pit bulls are thought to be more aggressive than other dog breeds because of their extreme loyalty, ancestral history, and numerous misconceptions based on false statistics. Before diving into this topic, it is important to distinguish what a pit bull actually is. The term pit bull is a loose label based upon 3 different types of dogs: the American Pit Bull Terrier, the American Staffordshire Terrier, and the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, all of which are descendants of the English Bull Terrier or the bull-baiting dog. The original Bull Terrier was a dog that was bred to bite and hold bulls, bears, and other large animals around the face and head. When baiting large animals was outlawed in the 1800s, people would have their dogs fight each other. These larger, slower, bull-baiting dogs were crossed with smaller, quicker terriers to produce a more agile and athletic dog for fighting other dogs, which are now known as pit bulls. ASPCA documents that pit bulls bred to fight other animals were not prone to aggressiveness towards people. Dogs used for fighting needed to be routinely handled by people. Therefore, aggression towards people was not tolerated, which shows that rather than being bred to be aggressive, they were bred to be loyal to their owners. The misinformation of the background of the pit bull breed contributes towards the assumed truth and in turn causes hysteria among the general public. Prior to the 1980s, pit bulls were regarded as the symbol of American patriotism because of their fierce and undying loyalty towards their owners. They were once plastered onto pieces of propaganda and paraded around America as symbols of triumph during World War II when America joined the Allies. The pit bull's innate desire to protect and ability to guard others earned them the loving title of the nanny dog in the 19th and 20th century. Pit bulls were specifically employed to protect children and families and attack intruders or people that threatened the well-being of their owners. However, this undying loyalty towards their owners could prove to be a bad thing. When in the wrong hands, pit bulls could be trained to fight other people or dogs. The fault oftentimes lies in the ways that pit bulls are trained, because mostly they are trained to not let anyone come near their owners or their property. One of the largest contributors towards the assumed truth that pit bulls are more aggressive than other dog breeds are the media outlets feeding false statistics to their readers. Many media outlets do not know what an actual pit bull is. Although it may sound silly, it is more common than anyone would think. People guess what type of dog it is based on very basic traits like body size, whether the ears flop or not, or what color the coat is, rather than consulting a professional or educating themselves on the legitimate anatomy of a pit bull. Many of these dog bite statistics are based off media reports found online where pit bull type attacks are proven to be reported thousands of times more often than dog bite stories involving other breeds, which is not an accurate or scientific way to portray information. While it is important to acknowledge that there have been confirmed pit bull attacks, and that pit bulls do harm unto humans, it is incorrect to assume that all dogs that bite are pit bulls. Because breed-specific information is unreliable on most media outlets, it would be incorrect to create a statistic based solely off of what little background anchors and civilians alike have on pit bulls. When people subscribe to the assumed truth, the pit bull population in general is further shamed. Because of the common belief that pit bulls are more aggressive than other dogs, pit bulls are staying longer and longer in shelters while other seemingly less aggressive dogs are being adopted. The consequences of believing in this assumed truth is more than a matter of pit bulls in shelters, though. This issue could span to the legislation of the United States government and create possible laws or even bans against the pit bull breed. When the assumed truth is complicated, it shows that not all pit bulls are aggressive by nature. In conclusion, pit bulls are thought to be more aggressive than other dog breeds because of the media's false statistics, ancestral history, and their undying loyalty. Although this dog's reputation is a little rough around the edges, that doesn't mean that pit bulls can't be sweet and lovable as well.